What's up, everybody? It's Nightmare Reaps here, bringing you a Ghost Recon Future Soldier multiplayer gameplay commentary. Today, I'm not bringing you my usual Wednesday schedule, which is a Let's Play of the campaign. But since Acid, he doesn't really have internet right now, so he can't play with me, and that's not the same as it is when I play with myself. And yes, that's what she said. Anyway, I wanted to talk about this game. The third-person shooter, which it's pretty decent, but I don't think it's worth the $60, and I'll say why. But this is a gameplay conflict on the map Mill, and it's pretty cool gameplay. It's my favorite because there's not so many game types to choose from in this game, so you have to, I don't know, you either play the same thing over and over again, or you play conflict. And conflict is like every single game type in one, and it's like 6 of them, I guess. And they go from defending spawn points to capturing resupply points to defending your EMP charge or blowing up the enemy's UMP charge. And there's always an objective in this game type. So the first thing I want to talk about is the guns in the game. One thing I really admire about Ghost Recon is that they go in depth with their guns. You can customize your weapon down to the trigger, to the muzzle, to the sight, to the buttstock, to your magazine. There's nothing on your gun you cannot customize. If you look at my gun, I'm using the ACR, and it has like a double drum barrel mag with a handle on the bottom of it, with silencer, customized buttstock. I don't think I have a paint job on it, but you can customize the paint, and it's just so much stuff you can do. And they're so they're not weak, but they're not strong at the same time. It takes a few bullets to kill someone in this game, which is, in my opinion, it's cool. It adds more strategic, because you see somebody and you can't kill them just like boom. That's another thing. The recoil on the guns, perfect timing for the video. The recoil is pretty significant, so you can't just hold down the trigger. You have to tap. And that's one of those things I learned. Next thing are the maps. The maps in the game, every single map I've played on so far, I think I've played them all. They're pretty big. They're a little too big, and that's not really a problem. But the teams are so small. They're teams of 8, so the maps are huge with 2 small. You have Alpha and Bravo on your team, which are pretty much 2 little groups within one, and they're just. If the game would have either smaller maps or bigger teams, it'd be fine. But I think the way it stands right now, they needed to, make the maps either smaller or make the teams bigger, because you can't really run into action as fast. And that's another thing I wanted to talk about, the players and the gameplay. First, I will talk about the gameplay. The gameplay isn't as fast-paced as we're used to with this, Call of Duty. Obviously we all play Call of Duty, so it's not fast-paced at all. It's like, you run around, you look for some players. If you get lucky and you find someone, you shoot them. If not, he shoots you. Or there's a sniper back in the mist camping his ass off, and he shoots you. But you're not gonna really get into action, I guess, unless you're playing on Overpass or something, which is unless there's full teams on Overpass, which I think Overpass is the smallest map. But another thing is that players don't really play the objective, so you need to play with a team. I'm playing in this game by myself, and holy shit, we actually won, so that's why I actually chose this gameplay. But usually I always lose, and it's just one guy can't play God in this game mode. You need to have at least 2 to 3 guys with you, so when you rush that objective and you plant the bomb or the charge or the EMP or you get the resupply point, they have you watching your back, because whatever. One more thing about the players is that I think a lot of players going into this game already know how to play, so I've been getting owned. Yeah, so and the objective, they don't really play the objective unless there is an actual team. Like if me and Acid and 2 other guys that I have added on here, if we played, yeah, we'd fucking go in there and rape. But Acid, he's still getting used to the multiplayer, and it's whatever, dude. But yeah, so far so good. I think I covered. Oh, the spawns in this game are really very interesting. Once you play the game, you have 4 types of characters. Well, first you have 2 teams. It's not like Call of Duty where I don't want to compare it to Call of Duty. So pretty much you have two teams on each side. You have the terrorists and you have the, like, I forgot the name of it. It's like the American military, pretty much. So for each team that you choose, you have 4 classes for that team, and for those 4 classes, you have a certain amount of guns. Like for marksman, you can only use sniper rifles. For riflemen, you can only use assault rifles. Then I think there's one where you can only use submachine guns, and then there's a medic or something along those lines. And I think on this one I'm playing as an American. I'm using rifleman. Rifleman, I love using rifleman, 1, because I love the assault rifles in this game, and 2, the spawns. Yes, the type of person you play as does help your spawns, and I'll tell you why. The spawn systems, they're based on 2 sides of the map. So on one side, on one team side of the map, they have a spawn and they have a little radar thing where you can't pass a certain point or you would die, so you can't spawn trap. And same thing on the other side. But you can spawn on your teammates if they're a rifleman. So that's why I always play as a rifleman, because if I'm rushing an objective and I want somebody to come, help my back, I would use that class so they can spawn on top of me, unless I'm too close to the objective, or else it won't let you spawn on top of them if someone's too close to the objective, or if they're in a gun battle, or if they're hurt or something. If they're getting shot at, they won't let you spawn on top of that player. But yeah, that's I think it's a good game, but I wouldn't pay $60 for it. Or maybe I haven't played enough. I got into it for like a week or 2, but I haven't played it lately, so maybe I'll play again. And this is part 1 of this gameplay, because these gameplays are really long and I don't want you to sit here for like 20 minutes listening to me talk. So I'll upload part 2 next week. Thanks for watching, and Nightmare Reaps is out.